Well, are you guys looking forward to your gig tonight?
Same here.
And
Excited.
yeah, and how's your connection with this country?
I have a very strong connection to Holland in general because it's kind of the mecca of techno, at least for European, together with Germany. And I think the best music came out from here in the kind of late 90s, and I've been very influenced from what's going on here. It was the right place when you can get the good balance between the Detroit techno and the German techno, the rough one and the more emotional one. I think everything kind of centered here in Holland.
Like come together.
Exactly. I think
Yeah.
this is kind of the place where everything happens in that regards.
Okay, and how much you played in Holland?
Oh, I used to play very often. I played a lot. So many different festivals, clubs. It's always been an amazing experience.
And what kind of setting you prefer to play? In a festival, outdoor, or in a club?
In general, I'm more a club person. I
More
prefer, yeah. I like the connection with the people. I can play music that I feel more attached to as well in club nights, where in a festival you just need to play for the masses. You
Yes.
don't see the faces, you don't feel the crowd. But this is something you're going to hear from every DJ, I guess, that is really into the music as an artist and not just as a performer. You know, some DJs, like with this more commercial side, they are more performers than an artist. So they always prefer to play for the big stages when they can raise their hands and they can get the feedbacks, you know.
And you're based in Israel, in
Yeah.
Tel Aviv. How is the techno scene over there?
Well, it used to be very, very good around 14 years ago, let's say the beginning of 2000, end of the 90s, it used to be amazing. I was just telling the guys about it in the car before. But with the time and with the situation, you know, with the...
Yeah, it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So things went down a bit, but I think now things are
It's
picking
going
up
back.
very, very
Yeah.
good, yeah.
But how is it for you over there? Because there still is some tension between, you know, war
I mean,
and
there is some tension in the air, but it's so far from what you see on the media.
Yeah,
So like
it's true.
what you know, I'm traveling a lot. I'm going up to my room and I'm watching TV and I see what they're projecting on the TV here in Europe, and it's so unattached to the reality, which is nearly ridiculous. You know, like Israel is such an amazing place, such a free and open-minded place, and you don't feel the tension inside the cities. What you see on the TV, it's actually the borders. But when they put on the title Israel, this is what you feel like. You know, this is the country you're getting. So yeah, this is not realistic.
You're the owner of your label BS1 Imprint, and Chessico released a track on it.
Definitely.
How do you think Chessico is going to develop in the upcoming
Well,
years?
firstly, I know Rodir for a long time now, and I used to send music to BS1, and I used to like nearly everything this guy sent. He was so talented, and I was just eager to sign something already. And then the opportunity of the mix CD was there, and I really wanted this specific track. Actually, I think you didn't even send me this track. You sent me different tracks, and then you sent me a video of some
Yeah,
party.
exactly,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow, what is this track in the soundtrack? I didn't even know it's in. They told me this is one of my tracks. I told him, you're crazy, you have to send me that one. This is the one we signed.
Yeah, exactly.
But how did that
Yeah.
exactly go? The moment you met each other, how could you describe that?
I went to Amsterdam dance event. He was playing on a mini box party in
Okay.
Super Club, Sable Sheep, yeah. And yeah, for me it was a big thing. So I make 2 CDs. I asked my friend to already give him one, but at the end of the party I gave him 2 CDs and I said maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But if you like it, you can hook me up. My info is on the CD. So, well, I didn't expect anything, but yeah, 2 weeks later I get a Facebook message, and yeah, we were in contact.
But I'm gonna reveal the secret that I just come true in the car. Like Terrence just told me that was all planned because the guy, because the guy in the car was playing me the music. Like he was driving, he was playing the music, and I was like, wow, that's cool. I mean, who is this guy? And he's like, yeah, he's a friend of mine. Like randomly, it's a friend of mine. I was like, wow. I mean, I really want this. And he was like, okay, I give you. I told him, but you sure? Like, you know, he's not gonna mind. Nah, I think it's gonna be okay. He's like, and
But-
apparently, he gave him the CD to give it for the first place.
But like chapter 1 Believe, I already listened to Shlomi Aber for a long time already.
Yeah.
So for me it's like, well, I want to give him this music. And how do we plan it? That's point 2. And we planned it, okay, we planned it, but you can see what comes out of it.
Anyway, I've been tricked.
And you're not a starting DJ anymore, but for the starting DJs and for the people who wants to be well known, do you have any tricks or tips for people who want to promote themselves?
Well, there's no tricks, that's for sure. Tips, yeah. I would say focus on what really leads you into the music. Means if your heart is in a certain place, just follow that. And at the end, things follow you back. You know what I mean? If you're just going to follow the others, there's so many that following the others is like a cow, they're running in the same way. So it will be very hard for you to spot out, you know. So I'll say for any new artist, just keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing my thing for so many years without anyone's attention, till it finally happens, you know. And a lot of artists now, after 2-3 years in the business, I see they always start doing different things because I can understand they need to live and work from doing something else. But it's really important to keep focus on what you do and do it for long run and believe in what you do. And this is normal. I mean, I guess for every kind of job.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But could you describe me how your own career, how your own DJ career started up? How did you begin?
Yeah, well, I was very young. I started producing, actually I started DJing since I was 12 maybe.
12, wow.
Yeah, I'm 33
What
now.
what kind of software did you use that time?
No, I started DJing just from, like, it was just tapes back then.
Oh, okay, yeah. Little times, yeah.
Yeah, and then around the age of 14, I bought my first turntables, and it goes from there. And started producing music when I was 15, and until the age of 19, nobody wanted to sign me, nobody wanted to hear anything. And after 4 years, I was producing 5 years, and I couldn't sign anything. I was a bit upset. I was okay. Then I'm going to start my own thing, and I'm going to do it myself. So I opened my new label. Back then it was slow and low. It was way before BS1. And I started releasing some music, and then the reaction was fantastic, you know, from different DJs that was playing it out. And then by some point I started to send music also for other labels, and all of a sudden I started to really listen to it. And once they listened to it, they signed it, then things really start to happen. The Sea of Sand on Cocoon, then the Freak Side on Ovum. I mean, well, that was around 2004, 5, when things really boom up, you know. And
what are really the A labels immediately?
I aimed straight there. I didn't send to. I was trying to send to the same labels for a long time because that was, you know, like the top back then. And I was okay. If these guys don't want it, probably it's better not to release it. And this is something that I really saying for everyone now. Even my own artists, like I'm telling them, listen, do what you believe. Send it to the label to think that it's right for them. If don't compromise. If they say no, it means it doesn't fit them. It means maybe something is not, you know. Maybe something is not for you in there because you see yourself like your identity attached to this thing. So start over. Don't just do something on a random label that's not going to benefit you anyway. You know, I'm all for it about releasing music because it's art. It's not about maybe being famous or getting progress. But still at the same time, you need to follow your dream. And if your dream was to release in that label, you know, don't give up because they say no twice, 3 times.
Yeah. And what characterized your label?
That's a very good question. I've been asked very often, and I think what characterizes
your music?
PS1, it's probably me. I mean, I cannot really put my finger on any specific, because we don't do a specific genre for sure. We do different type of techno, tech house techno, and I think like I just need to feel the tracks. I just need to say, okay, this track gonna stand in the test of time. I'm going to play this track 10 years from now, and this is actually something I'm doing with the BS1 releases. Once in a while I always pick up this record, you know, and it always sounds relevant. This is something I'm trying to do with the record that I'm signing now. I want it to be relevant in 15 years
Because
from
last
now.
time I saw Freak Side coming back on your page and things.
On the making.
On the making.
Yeah, because you released a track at his label, but do you have any other maybe labels or artists or someone who you really want to work with in the next few years?
Yes, of course. I have my vision, and it starts with Shlomi because I'm following this guy for quite a time now. And yeah, for chapter 1, belief. But so in chapter 3 we have the quest, and then you will have like who do we search for in the rest of my story. And yeah, it can be a lot of DJs. Sneak was a real great inspiration, but also Derek May, and I'm really checking if I can get in touch with those guys at a certain point, but step by step we're doing something beautiful, and it starts here.
Yes. Because what do you think of the whole concept behind Purpose?
Actually, I got to know it better today, and I'm pretty impressed. I told
Yes.
them like Udir has to be a real leader to have such a great group around him, doing it from actually from believing in something, in a purpose. You know, not just for okay, it's not a job for them. It's just something they believe, and they following him in doing this project. And for me, this is like it's incredible,
Yes.
incredible.
Okay.
That's nice to hear.
Do you have any upcoming surprises for us? Some upcoming things you're busy with, or
Well, there are a lot of surprises are coming up because this is only one concept.
Yes.
I mean, we have Purpose. Identity Group presents Purpose. It's a story about me, and at the end, it will be a real book. We're gonna put everything with from artist 1 to artist 6, all the chapters we're gonna put in a real nice book, and that book we will release, and that's one surprise already. But between that, me and my manager and also my girlfriend will make something beautiful. I cannot say a lot of it,
no, I
but,
know.
but there are gonna be happening a lot of things. That's something I promise.
And how do you think? Because you guys, you tonight is your concept purpose. You going to. There going to be more after this, but how do you think? How do you think that is going to be unpacked for now? What could you say about that?
Well, that's everything what we do is like excited, like also have a little bit insecurity. Will we gonna make it or not? I think after today, the rest of the story will go by itself.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm really glad that Shlomi Aber is my first chapter because he is the one that has to stand by belief. Chapter 1, belief. So from here, beautiful things will happen.
Okay.
That's for sure.
And for you, if you have some person in the music industry you really want to work with, or
There's this guy in Rotterdam, Chester Cole. I heard about, but I'm living here, I'm living now at the moment. I'm so excited about tonight, I cannot think about tomorrow. To be honest.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I think I got my questions. I want to thank you for answering them.
I want to thank
You're
you
welcome,
for
thank you.
questioning them.
Okay, wow, that's cool.